page 28, bowing and rhythm exercises. On this page, we have 5 different rhythms marked at the top of the page, A, B, C, D, and E. All of these rhythms are made up of 16th notes and 8th notes, quarter rests, and 8th rest. We're going to take a look at that now. We're going to talk about all the notes first and the symbols, and then we are going to clap and count, and then finally play. 4 16th notes look like this. Okay, they have 2 lines across the top connecting them, 2 buddy bars connecting them. This is a 16th note by itself. It has a flag that has 2 lines in it. And when we have more than 1/8 note in a row, we usually straighten out that flag and it becomes the buddy bar that connects all the notes. So right here we have 4 16th notes. These notes right here are called 8th notes. Okay, 8th notes only have 1 buddy bar across the top. And you guessed it, when we just have 1/8 note, let me take a look if I have that picture. 1/8 note, it only has 1 flag. Okay, whereas 16th notes have 2. Okay, so there's your difference. When we have more than 1 of them in a row, those flags get straightened out to connect the other notes. Okay, 8th notes, 16th notes. Okay, now let's talk about the rhythm. 8th notes get a half of a beat. 16th notes get a quarter of a beat. They are smaller. So in order to make up 1 beat, which is a quarter note, you're going to need to use more 16th notes and then fewer 8th notes. Okay, here we go. So 4 16th notes put together, 4 16th notes equal 1 beat. Okay, each 16th note is a quarter of a beat. Now, boys and girls, I want you to think of money right now, okay? A quarter note equals $1. And if we divide that dollar into 4 equal parts, we are going to get 4 25-cent coins. We're going to get 4 quarters. Those are your 16th notes. Each one of these, think of them as each equaling 25 cents. We put 4 of them together, they are equal to 1 beat. When we count 16th notes, we say 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and that's how we count our beats. Okay, these are 16th notes. Now 8th notes, here we have 2 8th notes. I want you to think of them as half dollars. They each get a half a beat. They each get a half of a beat. I want you to think of them as half dollars. And I want you to think that 50 cents and 50 cents equals $1. Okay? These are your 2 8th notes. And again, when we have 2 of these in a row, we're going to straighten out that flag. We're going to turn it into a buddy bar. Okay? That's right here. 1 and 2 and 1 E and 2 E and okay, each one of these is 50 cents, so they're twice as long as these 16th notes. Okay, this is our very first rhythm. This is the A rhythm. 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and 2 E and I'm going to put that down. Let's clap. Are you ready? Let's do this together. Ready? And 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and okay, so that's how we would clap out that rhythm. Now let's take a look at the music of exercise A, where it says the A rhythm there on the side. the very first staff that you see. We have our treble clef, we have 3 sharps, F sharp, C sharp, and G sharp. That's putting us in the key of A major, and we have a symbol C. This means common time. This is our time signature. The most common time we have is 4/4, so we will be counting 4 beats in each measure of music. You will also see there a quarter rest. This is your quarter rest. A quarter rest equals 1 beat of silence. A quarter rest equals 1 beat of silence, and a quarter rest is equal to the same amount of time as your 4/16 notes. So you have to be very careful. You have to count everything out. Alrighty? So that is in our first exercise. Now, boys and girls, we've actually already played this on page 24. This is your pepperoni pizza rhythm. Remember we did pepperoni pizza, pepperoni pizza, pepperoni pizza. This is the same rhythm. Okay? So let's take a look. Now let's take a look at our bowing. We have down bow and up bow marked. Remember that down bow is when you start the note at the frog. Okay? Down bow is when you start the note at the frog. Up bow is at the tip. Now we're going to be working in the middle of the bow, and you're going to be moving your bow simply back and forth. Down, up, down, up, down, up. Down, up, down, up, down, up. Now you also have one other thing here. It's called staccato. Staccato is a style of playing. That is when you have a dot above or below the note. On the E string, you see these dots on top of the 8th notes. Okay, in the very first exercise, the dots are on top of the E's on the 8th notes, and on the A string below it, the dots are underneath. Okay, that is because of the way the stems are going. We talked about that, boys and girls. When we have notes that are written above the 3rd line, the stems go down, and when we have notes written below the 3rd line, the stems go up. Okay, so the dots are placed accordingly to that. Okay, so it's a visual thing. A dot above or below the note is called staccato. It tells me to separate the sound. This is completely opposite of legato. Legato is smooth. Staccato is separated. You are going to stop your bow. You're going to stop the sound of your note before you play the next one. You're making a little space. You're simply stopping the bow and making a space. Okay, the sound will be disconnected. Staccato, disconnected sound. Legato is a connected sound. Okay, I'm going to pick up my instrument. And we're playing only open strings, boys and girls, so you're not making any fingers. If you would like to hold your instrument by its shoulder, that's fine. And place your bow on the E string. Right here, right in the middle. Okay, this is your E string. And I will demonstrate for you the first line of music. There are 2 repeats. The first 2 measures are repeated, and then the last measure is repeated, and I will be going right through that line. So stay with me, and then we're going to do it together, twice 3 for practice. Okay, E string, 3E and 4E and 1E and 2E and 3E and 4E and 1 and 2E and 3E and 4E and E and 2E and 3E and 4E and 1E and 2E, 3E and going on, 1E and 2E and 3E and 4E and 1E, 2E and 3E and 4E and okay, so that was the very first line. Try it with me. Boys and girls, don't forget that the quarter rest will get a full beat of rest. That's all 4/16 notes. You need to think of it that way, you need to count it out 3 E and 4 E and so it takes up the right amount of time. All right, let's try it together. E string. Here we go. 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E. Repeat. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and Okay, very good. Let's do it one more time together. From the beginning, straight through, both repeats. Ready? And 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 2 E and 3 E and 4. Keep going. 1 E and 2 E and 3 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and Okay, very good. And don't forget, just stop your bow when you have those staccato eighth notes. Stop your bow and make a little space before the next one. 1 Just stopping your stick right where you are. Okay? Good. Let's try that same thing on the A string, boys and girls. I'm not really going to demonstrate it for you on its own. We can just practice it together. It's the exact same thing, but now we're on the A string. And you know, if you would like, you can also try it on the D string and the G string. So now let's try it on the A. This is our second line of music on page 28. A string with the A rhythm. Here we go. A string, 3 E and 4 E and 1 and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 3 E and let's repeat. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 3 E and now keep going. And 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 4 E and Good job. Let's do it again. Let's practice again. Here we go. And 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 3 E and 4. Repeat. 1 E 3 E and 4 E and 3 E and now keep going. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 2 E and 3. Very good job. So remember, this is the same as pepperoni pizza, and this gives you a chance to really get into the proper counting of it. Okay? Good job. Try it on the D string and the G string as well.